Welcome to this free immigration help channel. In this video I will show you how to submit a case inquiry. Now let's go straight to the website that we need to be on. Of course it is the USCIS.gov, which is the official website for US Citizenship and Immigration Services. Now, I have been asked this question many times about the case inquiry, and I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a disclaimer before starting this whole process and showing you how to do it. Unfortunately, just because you submit the case inquiry does not really mean anything. Unfortunately, most of the times, the response to the case inquiry, it's just a boilerplate response saying that, hey, we are still processing your case, just be patient, whatever. So there's really not much information. So the reason why I'm telling you is because I don't want you to get your hopes up too much and then you do this and really nothing happens. And most of the times that's what people see. Most of the times people are disappointed with the responses. But let's get to actually submitting the case inquiry. So you're on the website uscis.gov. All you need to do is scroll down to where you see the manage your case tab right here, and you will see a few options here in this tab. Is check your case status, check processing times, and change your address online. So what you want to do is you want to click on check processing times, and of course I'm giving you this assuming that you already know in which status your case is currently is, and kind of give you like a brief example. Let's say you have applied for your employment authorization document, right? And it has been accepted and it's being processed, and you haven't heard anything from USCIS for a while. So you want to submit a case inquiry and see where in the process this application process basically is. All right. So here on this page right here, you can check the case processing times, and I would recommend doing that just in case for you to see if your case is within the normal processing times or the outside. For example, let's say if you have N400, the application for naturalization, and you live in Atlanta, Georgia, that's where your field office is. Processing times for N400, the application for naturalizations, are between 13 and a half months to 25 and a half months, which means that if your case is falling outside of 25 and a half months, then you can submit that case inquiry and go on from there. But if your case is within that processing times, or maybe even somewhere around, let's say, 26 months, I wouldn't bother with the case inquiry just yet, because most likely, like I said in the beginning, you will just receive a boilerplate response saying that, hey, we know that your case is pending, we're still processing it. That's it, not much. But anyway, if you want to submit the case inquiry, you scroll down all the way down here, and you will see the very first option under the case management tools. You will see the inquire about a case outside normal processing times. So if it's outside the normal processing times, which are what these are, in our example is N400, that's what we're submitting. All right, so we're gonna click on this, and it will take us to another page with some information that it will be asking us to do. Now, it'll ask you some of the questions here. If you have your case pending outside of the processing times, blah blah blah. If you were actively processing your case, if in the past 60 days you received a notice from us about your case, responded to a request for evidence, or received an online update to your case status. Basically, they're trying to see if maybe the case is being processed and there's really nothing crazy, no crazy delays or anything like that about your case. So anyway, you want to scroll through all of this down here, and you will see it will request some case information. Here, your form number, obviously it's going to be whatever the form, whatever the case that you have. Now I'm gonna go with the example that we started using in this video, N400. So N400, I'm going to select that. This is the application for naturalization. As you can see, form subtype, it already selected it for us. Now the receipt number, very important, make sure you enter this one correctly. Receipt number is going to be on your receipt notice. So whenever you have applied for whatever case, whenever you submitted your application, you should have received an initial receipt notice saying that your application has been accepted, and on that notice there is a receipt number. Now this receipt number is very important, not only here in this case that you can submit and get the case status or whatever, but with that receipt number you can also go and check your case status. And let me show you how to do that really quickly, just so that you know what I'm talking about. Again, it's USCIS.gov, and you see on the manage your case here, there's a check your case status. So if you click on that, it will open up this window right here, and here if you enter the receipt number, unfortunately I don't have any test ones that I could show you. Let me actually double check. Maybe I do have one. No, not this one. Unfortunately, I don't have any test receipt numbers. But if you do have the receipt number, you can enter it here, and it will actually show you where your case is currently is. For example, if it's an application for employment authorization document, you can say that maybe it's being still processed, or maybe it has already been processed and it's been approved and your card is in production, or maybe your card has already been mailed and there will be a tracking number. So as you can see, you can get a lot of information from this page. Keep that in mind. All right, let's go back to this page right here, the outside normal processing times case inquiry. So you will be entering the receipt number over here. You will be entering the date when it was filed. Again, the date you will be able to find on your receipt notice, initial receipt notice. All right. Obviously your first name, middle name if you have one, last name, and date of birth, alien registration number. Now, not everybody will have the alien registration number. Alien registration number is most of the times given whenever there is some kind of immigration case involved. So if you do have that, go ahead and enter it here. If you're a member of the U.S. military, recently discharged from service, or spouse of a member of U.S., click this little checkbox right here. Now the mailing address is going to be obviously your physical mailing address. You can put in care of. If there are a bunch of people living in a household, you can put it in care of yourself. And then street number, all of that information, city, state, zip code. Now the last action taken on the case, based on the processing timetable, you believe that the case be outside normal processing times, please provide details of the last action that you received on your case in the space below. All right, so here what you want to enter is, if you go back to this case status online right there, right, you enter your receipt number, whatever it pulls up. Let's say, for example, it's N400, right, your application for naturalization. Let's go with that example. And it says that the background check has been scheduled, for example, and you already completed the background check, and it's just been in that status for a year, and it still says a background check has been scheduled, even though you already completed it, right? So if that's the case, you copy that and you paste it right here, and you say, or you can just type it up and say background check scheduled, although already completed on whatever whenever you did your biometrics, right? So you give the very last action that was taken on the case. Try to be detailed in there, it might be helpful. All right, so then you're going to be entering your email, and then you're going to be entering you're the applicant, you're the petitioner, unless you're a legal representative or something like that, which you're probably not. So applicant, petitioner, and that's it. Submit. Now, like I said, just again a little bit of a word of advice. Don't have too much high hopes for this. Unfortunately, it does not really guarantee that your case will start moving somehow, will start processing, or something will happen on your case. Most of the times, 99% of the times, the response is just a boilerplate response that says your case is still being processed. Basically, be patient, and that's really it. But hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below. Also, there is a link for the donation in the description. Again, those donations, they kind of help me keep this channel going. So thank you very much for that. I do really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video.